Good morning, friends. Welcome to this new video lesson. In the last lesson, we have seen the fundamentals of force. Force, in that video lesson, we have seen what is a force and what are the units of force and what exactly the force will do, and also the units and various types of forces, like as contact forces and non-contact forces. And all these things we have seen in the last video lesson. In this video lesson, we are describing about system of forces or force systems. Force systems are system of forces. So we have to understand what exactly the system of forces and force systems are. So it will be very helpful for the diploma students, diploma in mechanical engineering students. So let us start with the force systems. I'm going to share a PPT prepared by me. Sure. My name is Anand Padwala, and I'm a senior faculty member in Government Model Residential Polytechnic. So now let us start with the force systems. Just let us have a recap. What a force is. We know that force is a push or pull upon an object resulting from the object's interaction with another object. So either a pull or a push. This is what we defined as a force. So whenever there is an interaction between two objects, there is a force upon each of the other objects. This is force, and more concrete definitions also we have seen in the last class. So now let us go with the present context. That is, so before we go to system of forces or force systems, let us go through characteristics of force. That means, what are the characteristics of force? That means, if at all we want to define a force, or if at all we want to describe a force, what are the characteristics it should have? A force has the following basic characteristics. One is magnitude. Second one is direction. The third one is point of application. Fourth one is line of action. We know that in the last class also we have seen whether force is a vector quantity or a scalar quantity. Force is a vector quantity. It needs both magnitude as well as direction. So if at all we want to tell not only the value of that force, also we should tell the magnitude. And also to describe it fully and where we have applied also we have to describe. That the point where it is applied, it is called point of application. So point of application is the place where the force has been applied on a body at that from that point. And the fourth one is line of action. That means the force, the direction, the line starting from the point of application in the direction where we have applied, that line is called line of action. So we'll take up one example so that you will understand in a better manner. For example, take here. Here we are applying a force F. So if at all we want to describe it fully, we need these four things. So here we have force F, and this force has a magnitude of 4 kilonewtons. So it has a magnitude of 4 kilonewtons. And in which direction we have applied? If you see, this is the direction where we have applied, which makes an angle of 40 degrees with horizontal in clockwise direction. So what is its direction? What is the direction of force F? So direction is 40 degrees with a horizontal in clockwise direction. So this is a force in a clockwise direction. This is direction. The third one is point of application. Where we have applied the force, it is applied from point C. If you observe, the starting point of this arrow is this. So this is the point of application. So the point of application is here is C. And what is the line of action? If you see, we have applied the force in this direction, which makes an angle of 40 degrees. And this is the line. Line AB is the line of action. So this is the line of action. Line of action is line AB. So in order to tell the force, these four characteristics are very essential. Therefore, these four characteristics are: one is magnitude, the second one is direction, third one is point of application, and fourth one is line of action. Now, let us go to our present context, that is force system or system of forces. Let us define. As the name itself indicates, force system means it's not a single force. It is combination of various forces. Then only we will call it as a system. System of forces means there will be many forces acting on a body, and combining all those forces, we will call it as a force system or system of forces. So force system or system of forces is defined like this. When several forces of varied magnitudes and various directions act upon a body, they are said to constitute a system of forces. So clearly it indicates that if on a body more than one force is applied or acting, several number of forces acting on a body, then all these forces get all together, we will call it as a force system or system of forces. See, here we have an example. We have a cantilever beam here. In this cantilever beam, we have several forces acting on this cantilever beam. For example, if you see 400, 600 newtons here, 700 newtons here, 500 newtons here, and 850 newtons here at various points on the body. So combining all these forces, this entire system is called force system. If we take individually, this is a force, this is a force, but combining all, we will call it as a force system. Practically also, generally on the body is not only one force will not act. So generally minimum 2 to 3 forces will be applied. For example, if we are walking on a road, our gravitational force will be acting towards the earth, and the direction in which we are walking, we will have one force, and the reaction force, frictional force, which acts at our foot, will be in the opposite direction. So practically also, if we take any body, there will be several forces. So all these forces on a particular body or a particular system is called system of forces. See here, a person is pulling a load here. So there are several forces. See, its weight, gravity is acting like this, and he is pulling like this, and its reaction because of frictional force acting between the wheels and the road will be acting here. So this is entire, combining all these forces, we will call it as a force systems or system of forces. Now let us see various types of force systems. Broadly, it can be classified into two ways. One is coplanar force systems. Second one is non-coplanar force systems. As the name indicates, coplanar means in the same plane. If forces on a system are lying or acting on the same plane, then we will call it as a coplanar force system. If the forces in a system are not in a same plane or at a single plane, if they are acting on different planes, then we will call it as a non-coplanar force systems. So Forces are two types, coplanar and non-coplanar. We will see the examples here. For coplanar system, see here, pulley we have. Here it's a reaction upward and tension in one side, the tension on the other side. All together comes under same plane. They act on the same plane. Therefore, this is coplanar system. And for non-coplanar, see, here we have different forces, PQR, PQRS, TU, different forces. So they are acting on different planes. R is acting in this plane, and P is acting on this plane, and Q is acting in the different plane, U is acting in another plane, and as well as T and S also. So all these forces are acting on different planes. That's why it is called non-coplanar system. Now let us discuss about coplanar force systems. As I said, coplanar means the force systems in a system or on a body of all the forces in that system lying on a same plane, then it is called coplanar force system. So when the line of action of set of forces lie in a single plane is called coplanar force system. So they lie in a single plane. So then it is called coplanar force system. This coplanar force system is further subdivided into various categories. One is collinear force system. Second one is concurrent force system. Third one is non-concurrent force system. So subclassification is collinear, concurrent and non-concurrent force system. This non-concurrent force system is further subdivided into non-parallel force system and parallel force system. And this parallel force system is further subdivided into like parallel force system and unlike parallel force systems. So this is a classification of coplanar. Schematically, we can give like this. Coplanar force system is divided into collinear, concurrent and non-concurrent. And non-concurrent force system is further classified into parallel and non-parallel. Coplanar, non-concurrent, parallel force systems are further subdivided into like parallel force systems and unlike parallel force systems. So let us see what is collinear force system. The name itself indicates collinear. Linear means lying on the same line. So basically coplanar means in the same plane. In the same plane, if we have a line, if the forces are lying on the same line, then we will call it as a collinear system. Collinear. Linear means the same line. So when the lines of action of all the forces of a system are along the same line, are acting on the same line, this force system is called a collinear force system. That means the lines of actions of all forces of a system act along on the same line, then it is called a collinear force system. Example, see here. We have a bar. We have three types of forces are existing here. One force is here, second force is here, and third force here. If you observe, all these forces are acting through the longitudinal axis. So on this axis only, on this line only, they are acting. So hence we will call it as this system is collinear force system, or we can say that the forces P1, P2, P3 constitute a collinear force system. Next one is concurrent force system. Concurrent means meeting at a point. So concurrency or concurrent, that means when the lines of action of all the forces of system meet at a point, this force is called concurrent force system. So basically we are talking about coplanar force system. In that coplanar force system, we are talking about concurrent force system. That means all the forces will be lying in the same plane, as well as they meet at a particular point. That point is called point of concurrency, and that concurrent force system is it will meet all the forces in that system will meet at a point. So here we see when a weight is hanged with the help of two ropes here, it constitutes a concurrent force system. For example, at point A, if you take the tension in this rope, and the weight acting like this. So these three constitutes a concurrent force system where three forces are there. All these forces are meeting at a particular point. Here it is point A. Therefore, this constitutes a concurrent force system. Next one is non-concurrent force system. Non-concurrent means, as we said, concurrent means meeting at a point. Non-concurrent means they are not meeting at a point. All here we should understand that if one or two forces in that system is meeting at a point and other forces are not meeting at a point, means that is not concurrent system. Concurrent means all the forces in that particular system should meet at a point. Then only we can call it as a concurrent force system. So non-concurrent means opposite to concurrent. That means the forces will not in that system will not meet at a particular point. When the line of action of all the forces of the system do not meet at a common point, this force system is called non-concurrent force system. That means they will not meet at a particular point. See here, we have four forces A, B, C, D. A has 50 kilonewtons, B has 200 kilonewtons, C has 200 kilonewtons, D has 200 kilonewtons. Take the lines of actions. They are indifferent. These two forces will meet. See, this force and this force will meet. But this force and A force cannot meet. D force and this force cannot meet. So all the forces cannot meet at a particular point. That's why it is called non-concurrent force system. See here, best example. We have a dam. Civil engineers might be knowing this is. So here we have this is a dam, and this is a wall of the dam. This is a reservoir, and we will and this is the force we will apply, and the weight of this dam, and here the force will be applied on the wall. This is a slope here, so the force will apply. If you see, this force is acting like this force is acting like this, and this force is acting like this. So they are not concurrent. This force will be like this force will be like this force will be like. All the forces will not meet at a particular point. Therefore, this represents a non-concurrent coplanar force systems. And these non-concurrent force systems can be further divided into, in the first classification we said, non-parallel force systems. That means they are not meeting at point, as well as they are not parallel to each other. So when the lines of action of all forces of a system non-parallel to each other are not parallel to each other, this force system is called non-parallel coplanar force system. So they are not parallel to each other. Mistakenly it is written as a non-parallel. It should be read as a not parallel. They are not parallel to each other. So here we see, take F1, F2, F3 and F4. F1 line of action like this. F2 is a line of action like this. F3 is a line of action like this. So if you see, all these points will not matter at a particular point. That's why this represents non-parallel forces. They are non-concurrent, and if you take F1 and F2, they are not parallel. F2 and F3, they are not parallel. F3 and F4, they are not parallel. So they are non-concurrent as well as non-parallel force of system. Parallel force systems, as it indicates, they are not meeting at a particular point, but they will be parallel to each other. That means if the forces in a coplanar system, if they are parallel to each other, then it is called non-concurrent parallel force systems. So when the line of action of all the forces of a system parallel to each other, this force system is called parallel coplanar force system. See here, we have an example here. See, they are acting on the same plane. Let us take the XY plane. And all these forces, if you observe, they are parallel to each other. So these are called parallel force systems. And these parallel force systems also further divided into like parallel. That means, like parallel means they are in the same direction. For example, if you take here, P1 and P2 are in the same direction, whereas R1 and P1 are in the opposite direction. Both are parallel. P1 and P2 are parallel, P1 and R1 are parallel. But P1, P2 are like parallel, P1 and R1 are unlike parallel. That means they are in the opposite direction, these two are in the same direction. So like parallel means if all are in the same direction, that is called, for example, if you take, see, all are in the same direction. Of course, this represents non-coplanar force system, not in the same plane. But if you take it as a plane, then for example, if we neglect R1 and R2 here, all P1, P2, P3 are in the same like parallels. Unlike parallels, this is an example of unlike. They are not all the forces are not in the same direction. R1 and R2 are in different direction, whereas P1, P2, P3 are in different direction. So this is an example of unlike parallel force systems. Now we are talking about second classification, that is non-coplanar force systems. As we said, force systems are classified into two categories. One is coplanar force system, second one is non-coplanar force system. Coplanar means in the same plane. That means all the forces of the system are lying in the same plane, then they are called coplanar system. Non-coplanar system means all the forces in that system may not be in the same plane. Some of them may be in the same plane, but not all. Not all the forces in the force system are in the same plane. Then such type of force system is called non-coplanar force systems. So to define, when the forces in the system do not remain in the same plane, this force system is called non-coplanar force system. So it is further subdivided into, one is concurrent force system, second one is non-concurrent force system. So we have seen concurrent force system there also in coplanar force system. That means there all the forces in the same plane, if they meet at the same point, are called coplanar concurrent force system. Here, if the forces which are not in the same plane, still they meet, they are called concurrent, non-coplanar concurrent force system. Don't get confused with the concurrent force system. So concurrent force system, basically we will have two types. One is planar concurrent force system, coplanar concurrent force system. Second one is non-coplanar concurrent force system. Coplanar concurrent force system means all the forces are on the same plane as well as they meet at a point. Non-coplanar force system, they meet at the same point, but all the forces are not lying on the same plane. That is the difference. So that is concurrent force system and non-concurrent force system. And non-concurrent force system, we have two types. One is parallel force system and second one is non-parallel force system. Let us see, continue with the non-coplanar force system. Non-coplanar force system in which concurrent forces we are talking about. Now, in this system, forces lie in different planes but pass through the same point. This is the beauty of this non-coplanar concurrent. They meet at a point, but the forces will not remain in the same plane. This is a non-coplanar force systems. For example, forces acting at the top end of an electrical pole. I think we have seen electrical pole. If we observe the electrical pole, you have so many wires and the supports also given. So here we see this is a typical electric pole. See, this wire has a support from this end, and the wires are hanged this direction, this direction. So many forces are acting. Forces in tension is also a force. So the forces in the tension, I mean in the wire, tension in the wire is a force. So this force, this force, this force, all these things are in this direction. Sorry. Mistakenly, I have given example as electric pole for concurrent force systems. So sorry for that. And now I'm rectifying it. So in the non-coplanar current concurrent force systems, here is an example. See here, force F1, F2, and F3. These three forces are not lying on the same plane. So they constitute non-coplanar force systems. But they are meeting at a particular point. If you see here, at the origin, all these forces are meeting. So they are meeting here means concurrent, but they are not lying in the same plane. That's why non-coplanar force systems. Sorry. No, non-concurrent parallel force systems. That means they are not concurrent. Basically, they are non-coplanar as well as non-concurrent, but parallel to each other. So in this system, the forces lie in different planes, but they constitute parallel to each other. But they are parallel to each other. For example, if you take P and Q, they are not lying in the same plane. This P is lying in this plane and Q is lying in this plane. But both are parallel to each other. So this constitute non-concurrent parallel forces. So they are not meeting non-coplanar parallel forces. For example, see all these forces. So they are non-concurrent. So they are here. Next, non-concurrent, non-parallel, non-coplanar systems. That means the forces will be lying in different planes. Therefore, they will not meet, all of them will not meet at the same point, as well as they are not parallel to each other. So if you take this example, X, Y, Z plane, if you take, so force F1 in one direction, force F2 in direct direction, force F3 in different direction. All these forces are not parallel to each other. All these forces are not in the same plane, and all these forces are not meeting at a particular point. So this is a non-coplanar, non-concurrent, non-parallel force systems. This is the best example. See, F1 is in this direction. This is not in this plane. And this is F2. This is in this direction. And they are not parallel to each other. So this constitutes a non-coplanar, non-concurrent, parallel force systems. So broadly, we can classify into like this: types of force systems. Force systems, planar and non-coplanar. Then a spatial forces, we will call this as a spatial force systems. Coplanar, we have a collinear concurrent, and in the non-concurrent, we have a non-parallel and non-parallel. In the parallel force system, we have a like and unlike. And the non-coplanar force system, we have concurrent, parallel. The third one is non-parallel, non-concurrent, non-coplanar force systems. So this is what we have. I hope you have understood the concepts of the force systems. So especially this is very much useful for diploma students, not only for diploma students, even other engineering graduates also. So these types of force systems, in order to analyze the force calculations and analysis, the type of force system it is, we have to understand. Now I would like to play one video which is available in YouTube, but it is interesting. And whatever we have discussed so far, it will be given in animation. So let us go through that.
Let us see how force is represented graphically. A force is shown by a line. Here, the force is from A to B. Remember that force is a vector quantity. That is, the force contains magnitude as well as direction. Now we will understand system of forces and its types. When number of forces act simultaneously on the object, it is known as system of forces. Let's see the different types of force systems. First is coplanar force system. These forces act in the same plane. Second is non-coplanar force system. In this, the forces act in different planes. Third is collinear forces which act along the same straight line. Next is non-collinear forces. The forces do not act along a straight line. After that, the next force system is concurrent forces. These forces pass through a common point. Observe that all forces are passing through point O. Next is non-concurrent forces. These forces do not pass through a common point. Last force system is parallel forces. There are two types of parallel force systems. First is like parallel forces. The forces which are parallel to each other and have the same direction are called as like parallel forces. Second is unlike parallel forces. The forces which are parallel to each other and have different directions are called as unlike parallel forces. So friends, in this session we learned basics of mechanics. that is force and types of force systems. In the next session, we will study more interesting topics.
Hope you have enjoyed this video lesson of force systems. So we will go through other topics like resolution of forces and resultant forces and some problems on them in the next upcoming videos. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe.